What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm a little congested today. Still getting over the sickness that I've been having, but excited for yet another day of this Minecraft playthrough. I always get so lucky with the mob spawns right here. There's so many pigs and... Actually, I need wheat. Oh, hi. Oh, bye. I'll take you. Yeah, what I want to kind of do is I want to build a little bit of a farm. I actually have myself a merry little Christmas. No, I have myself just a little bit of iron. So, I'm gonna make myself a bucket. I know that's not usually what everybody makes with their first bit of iron. I'm pretty sure almost everybody makes their iron pickaxe because, you know, that's how to get to the next portions of the game. But, you know what? I feel a little bit chill. Because today I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about recently. And that has to do a lot with how people play video games these days and how I think like they should also think about playing them. There is so much information available on everything, and because of it, everybody knows how to do everything, and that is both a good and a bad thing. The reason that it's a good thing that everybody can do everything is that when things are hard to figure out and there's just no real way to understand how certain things are supposed to be done, I think that having guides online from people that have gone through it is really, really good. But at the same time, the problem that I see is that I think that you don't get the aha moments in games anymore. Everybody is looking at how wouldn't you know that? Like, didn't you see X, Y, and Z video? Haven't you researched this such and such guide? And like, you know, that could be problematic. Because what if you want to have the authentic experience? What if you want to have that aha moment and you're never going to get it if, well, you are going to get somewhat of it, but it's going to be watered down if you use a guide to figure out how certain things are done. Like Minecraft. But you can read guides on how to play the game, how to beat the game, what are the best options, how to find everything. But this is a game about exploration. This is a game about taking your time, taking in the surroundings. There's no countdown. Like, even on the top of my screen, it just says days played. It doesn't have like a countdown counter. And the only reason that you would, you know, care about how much time you spent is if you're a speedrunner. And most people just aren't. And if you are a speedrunner, you've already played the game enough where you want to look at the guides. Your satisfaction's coming from the fact that you're beating the game faster and faster. But for almost everybody else, that's not where the satisfaction's coming. Your satisfaction's going to be coming from... Let's get that. I'm going to get one more stone. Your satisfaction's going to be coming from the fact that you're discovering things. And this is a dilemma that I'm going to affectionately call the Keurig versus Nespresso dilemma. Now, as I'm drinking out of my mug that says hubby on it, the reason that I know, or that I came up with this dilemma, is because my fiance was the one that actually helped me move from Keurig to Nespresso. And I never thought that it was going to make that much of a difference. I thought that it was going to be just, you know, another cup of coffee. And, you know, I could have been somewhat right about that. But in reality, the reason why it's so different is because Keurig, while there are millions and millions of flavors, is essentially for the most part, and sorry, I'm adjusting my mic right now for this. Essentially, for the most part, watered down coffee. And there's nothing wrong with that because you still got the flavors, and at the end of the day, you're putting in your creamers and everything, and it's still good. But then you try the Nespresso, and while it takes a little bit longer than the Keurig, and you can only make one cup at a time, that cup is going to be fully coffee. It's going to be fully good, for lack of a better term. And because of that, it's going to be more satisfying. And that's the way I see playing video games with a guide and playing video games blind. Because you play it blind, well, when you play it blind, that is, the reason that I feel like it's so much more satisfying is because you are doing the things yourself. You are learning it yourself. And because you are learning it yourself, without a guide, the aha moments feel extra special. And I know that may not always make a ton of sense to people, but go ahead and play a game like Subnautica blind, without a guide, without knowing anything about it, going in, making mistakes. No, not just making mistakes, going in, making mistakes, learning things yourself, finding the mysteries, and that will help you understand that a lot of times it's not necessary to. Let me make some of these. It's not necessary to always, use a guide. Because, yeah, you can finish a game faster. You can know what you're doing, and sometimes when you're completely stuck, yeah, there's no reason that you shouldn't feel like you can't open a guide. But, llamas. But if you can avoid it, why wouldn't you try to do it yourself? Why wouldn't you get that aha moment? Why wouldn't you feel great about exploration? And that's how I feel about it. Like for this, the bees, like one of the things I want to do is I want to get this honey. And I don't know exactly how to do it right now, but I'm pretty positive it has to do with fire and bees calming down. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I even made it that point in other versions of this game where I was collecting honey. Wait, what was the trader again? Bale of hay, what is this? Baked potato. Okay, I need potatoes. Oh man, those dice look pretty dope. Fire coral. What is this tree? Birch. You want me to buy a birch sapling? Are you serious, bro? Oh shoot, that's a nice pickaxe. Too bad I don't have anything to trade with. And that's the main thing. Like, I think that people, because there's just a plethora. Yeah, I'm trying to be cool and hip and use all the nice lingo, but because there's so much information available, I feel like people don't end up using their own brains, and they just go like, I'm just gonna look things up online, And that's a little bit sad, because at the end of the day, like, in the past, wouldn't you have been that person that explores? Wouldn't you have been that person that didn't look up the guides? Like, I kind of blame Call of Duty a little bit for this, because like one of the best ways to enjoy like the Warzone experience is knowing what weapons are actually good, so you're not putting yourself at a actual severe disadvantage. And that kind of sucks, because one of the best things about like the older Call of Duties was no weapon was overpowered because all of the weapons were overpowered. Every single one of them absolutely worked. It didn't matter if you were noob tubing. It didn't matter if you were using the ACR. It didn't matter if you were using the FAL. And you could even break the game in certain ways and mod your controller to have your FAL actually shoot fully automatic, which is cheating. But it didn't matter. What really mattered was that you're just playing the game. Now, there's calculations on time to kill, there's calculations and all those things, and it's almost necessary to utilize a guide or utilize a YouTube video telling you what's the best gun these days and what's not. That's kind of frustrating to me, because at that point, I'm no longer playing the game in a way where it's the way I want to play it. You know what I mean? At that point, I'm playing the game just like every other player, and I don't have the time myself to play it any other way because I have work. You guys know this. Sometimes I go a while before I get to post anything, and it's nothing wrong. It's not like I'm upset about it, but at the same time, it also means that I can't do the exploration in certain things that I would normally have in other games. There's a method to this madness, I promise. Because some of these are going to be like pens. Boom. Nice, okay. And that's why I think that gaming is this is the reason. That guy is the reason I'm making all this stupid stuff. Gives me a little extra space. Because I'm going to have to start putting up torches and everything. Because I don't need a dumb creeper spawn blowing everything up. Boom, boom, boom. Dum, dum, dum. Huh? Oh, jerk. I don't know how I didn't take any damage from that. That's actually kind of crazy. But try it yourself. You don't have to try Nespresso. I know some people don't like coffees in general. But what you should be trying, absolutely should be trying, is playing a game without a guide. It could be something that's linear and simple, but you still have to make it to the end of the game, and you still are gonna have to figure out ways to get past the major. You still have to find ways to get past the major the issues that you might have to solve in the game, like Connor playing Celeste. The point is to learn and grow, and then you get people like Golden who keeps on commenting on the video, and he, I don't know if Golden is a he or she, but the best part about them is that it's not like they're telling you certain mechanics on how to progress the level. They're helping you understand the lore of the things that you've already seen. And all of that is so much more fulfilling to me than getting a guide or being told what to do. And I freaking love it, because then I can just sit there and watch the game that he plays and be with them and be like, yeah, this is what I'm noticing. Is this a thing? and text Connor or respond back to Gold End and ask questions and just be happy about it. And you don't get that if you're just doing guides. Like you can't research a guide, look up like what the ending of Celeste or what happens in the game is, and then have a conversation like that. You just can't. All right, let's grab my hoe. Don't laugh too much in the comments. And that's how you can get conversations with people about which game would you play or would you want to play all over again and wipe your memory of playing it. Like some people, it's Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Like that one was just a fun one to play all the way through, and it had emotional beats, and that was wonderful. And everybody has a game like that. Everybody has a game that they played like that. I mean, for me, the first game I ever played, Pokemon Blue, good Lord, did it take me a while to get through because, I was 5 at the time when I got it. And, going through Crystal and, oh my gosh, finding Red for the first time, and I'm dramatically underleveled because I'm sitting there. That Crystal and Silver and Gold were such hard games for me because I didn't understand the concept of training my Pokemon. I'm like, okay, see battles, progress story. Okay, good. And it's all these things that I'm learning on my own that I'm just like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be done. And then I did end up having to go online when I was playing Emerald because I Game Sharked Mewtwo into the game, and I found that after I beat I forget what I was trying to do. I don't know if I was Shining Hunting Zubat or something, but I beat 50 of them, and then I grew a level to Mewtwo, and then all of a sudden the Mewtwo got 30 speed points. I'm like, what is happening? Why did I just get 30 speed from one level? I'm usually getting 2 or 3 with a fast Pokemon if I'm getting that many. And of course I look it up online and I learn about EVs and I'm like, what is this? And then I learn about IV and EV training and what the Macho Brace is actually used for, because I was always puzzled. It makes it stronger, but it's not giving me any experience points. What the heck is this? And getting those are that is nice aha bonus because something's up, and then that kind of research confirms it. But just going through the game and be honestly, IV and EV training kind of ruins early game for me. In Pokemon playthroughs, because I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I want to beat certain Pokemon to make my starter Pokemon the strongest it can be. But that doesn't matter. It never mattered in previous playthroughs. Why is it mattering in my head now? And it's because I know too much. And I don't want to know too much. I want to know exactly the right amount just based off of my playthrough. All right, so I got a little bit of a farm. I'm going to get wheat soon, which means I'm going to be able to start. Oh, now that I look at this is the... No, I'm stupid. Hang on, we're stupid. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how stupid that looked. Somebody's gonna be in the comments, all the comments that I get on this video, all of them, saying, "Dude, what are you doing? What is wrong? What is wrong with your fence? Why'd you make your fence like that?" I don't know, dude. I don't know. Sometimes you just make poor decisions. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll do the one on this side. It's gonna be fine. Wonder if I got any chickens around me. I could probably pull one in before it gets dark. Let's see. Yeah, chicken. I don't understand why the music sometimes is like the loudest thing that you've ever heard in your life, and then sometimes it's not. Always weird to me. Yeah, I'm gonna extend this fence all the way back to that mine area eventually. It looks like we're just gonna go to bed here. Got 2 sheep, but I need wheat. I'm making a farm, and then once we have all this stuff we want, we're gonna go down. Also, I think I have enough iron nuggets for a thing of iron, which is kind of funny to me. Oh, and always should keep food on hand, you know. All right, sleeping through the night. Let's see what we got. Any chickens? Nope, not seeing anything yet. Any chickens? Got a zombie that's gonna be stuck under that tree forever. Oh, that's your fault. You made that mistake yourself. Alrighty. Oh, look at that. What a way to end this episode. First chicken. Wait. 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 There's no way. What? How did that happen? It can't even despawn. It's stuck in here anyways. Oh man. Oh. That's unreal. That's just unreal. See, that's a good feeling. And I think that's a good one to end on. So, appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Actually, one more thing. You know, we used to do these stupid things we called Warzone workouts. Honestly, it wasn't that stupid. It was a great way to exercise. But essentially, what we did was for every kill we got, you had to do, I think, 5 sit-ups. For every death we had to do 5 push-ups. Or either 5 push-ups or 5 dumbbell curls on each arm. And then for every win we got, we had to do a plank. And it's not like we weren't trying to plank. We actually did end up with like a bunch of wins. Because, you know, we weren't actually always garbage. We are mostly garbage, but we weren't totally garbage. And oh wait, look at that. And it ended up being a really good workout. I think at that point in time, I was averaging about 10 kills a game on Warzone. And 10 kills a game on Warzone, and then let's just get this, start going all the way back. Oh yes, I'll put my fence up perfectly to that one tree. So like 10 kills, and then and then you'd always have that one game where you're just the death fodder and you just have so many deaths. And I would, oh my gosh, the amount of push-ups that everybody would owe that game would be stupid. And I want to do something similar because I've done concepts like this in the past, like just on my own terms. Because like I would do a Mario Party workout where every coin I'd do I'd have to do a crunch before I continued the game. Every coin I lost, I'd do 2 push-ups for every coin I lost before I continued the game. And every star, I would have to do a plank for a minute. Well, I figured out something that I feel like fits the mold. And since I am going to be getting married in the near future, I want you guys to help me out with this, because the interactions I can count as different pieces for me to count each week and do push-ups, sit-ups, and planks and all that kind of stuff off of it. So for every like, I'm going to do at least 2 push-ups. For every comment, I'm going to do, well, let's do 5 sit-ups. And for every subscriber we get, I'm going to do at least a minute of planking. And I'm going to add up each week everything from all the videos. I get all the recaps of the week. And I'll share it with you guys. And I'll share how long it took me to do however much it is. Because certain weeks, like last week, it was going to be pretty easy. This week, I don't know. We'll see. It could be a lot. And I'll post the results of how much I need to do. And if we get the videos, or if we get the watch time, I don't care if the shorts are input, because I know that YouTube doesn't count it, but I'm going to count it. I'm going to use the watch hours as one extra incentive too. If we get at least 20 watch hours a week, I will double the amount of everything that I do. So you guys can really, really screw me over if you want to. So, and don't forget, even though you're tapped out on 1 like, you can comment as many times as you want. I don't care if you spam it. So, just a little added incentive. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Make my life a living hell. I love it. All right. Talk to you guys soon.